AI is completely changing the way us editors create content, and more importantly, content that actually works. Let me show you what I mean. But before I show you how to make that exact transition that I just made in seconds, used correctly, AI has dramatically changed the way that I create videos and find success in those videos. And it really is the difference between spending hours or days on a transition or animation and spending minutes. In the next few minutes, I'll show you how to create some insane animations and transitions, better content, and overall level up in this content game. And it's super easy. So Artlist just launched their new AI toolkit, which contains the latest and greatest image gen and video gen models. And it's here that we're gonna create our insane visuals. This truly is redefining the way we tell stories and create transitions visually. And on the homepage, there's this beautiful display of artwork that we can say recreate and copy the direct prompt into ours to inform some of the transitions that we make. So for our first effect, how do we create that transition that I showed you in the intro of this video? Go ahead and create a new project and import that intro or video clip of you speaking. Now, I did a couple of different takes for this, so I'm just gonna trim my clip so we have one usable take. I'm then quickly gonna apply my LUT for the color grade, and then it's as simple as this. Go to the very last frame of that first clip, go to these three lines, and let's say export still frames. I'm just gonna save this as matte ref. You can leave it as 4K, and let's save it to my desktop. What I'm then going to do is import my screen recording. This doesn't have to be a screen recording. This could literally be whatever you want to transition to. But for the sake of this reference, let's go ahead and import my screen recording, and I'll trim it to around 10 seconds. I'm then going to go to the very first frame of that screen recording, zoom it in slightly so that it fills the frame, and then go back to those three lines and say export still frames. Then I'm going to save it as screen recording ref. Once that's exported, we're going to go to Artlist. I'm then going to go to the Artlist AI toolkit and say new session. A session is pretty much a project, so you can have multiple different effects or match cuts within one project. We're then going to select on generate video and say start frame, upload image. And we'll use my image first. And then what we're going to do is change our model from Kling 2.6 to Kling 01 Pro. This allows us to import an end frame. Let's say upload image, and we're going to upload that screen recording. Now this is where you get to have some fun and experiment with different prompts. What I personally like doing is going to ChatGPT and asking it to create a prompt for Kling 01 for exactly what I desire. So in this case, I said, I want a prompt for Kling 01. In image 1, I have a frame of me talking to the camera. In still 2, there is a screenshot of CapCut on screen. I want the camera to wrap around me and zoom into the screenshot. Then ChatGPT made this prompt. I'm going to go ahead and copy this prompt, go back to Artlist, and let's go ahead and paste that in the prompt section. Go ahead and click create. Once our video is done generating, go ahead and click that and it'll open it up, and let's see what it's made. I think that looks great, and there's an extra step that you can do to smoothen this out even more and integrate it into your CapCut project. Let's go ahead and select download. We're then going to go back to CapCut and import that video into our sequence. At the cut point between our two clips, I'm going to go ahead and import my new video. We're then going to go up to transition, go to classic, and find the mix option, which we're then going to drag between our two clips. Go ahead and select OK. This is going to help smoothen out any lighting changes between ourselves and this new clip generated by Artlist. But just by scrubbing through that, you'll see that we have this insanely cool transition. Let's add one more cool effect to take it to the next level. Go ahead and select all three clips and create a compound clip by right-clicking and say create compound clip. We're then going to go to just before we start transitioning. You can see our transition point is right there. So move your playhead just before, click on your clip and go to speed. Let's go to curve and create a custom curve. You can go ahead and delete these preset keyframes. Once again, let's go to before we start animating. Click on the plus icon. Then let's go to the middle point around there. Let's add another plus, and let's go to the end point once we are fully transitioned onto our screen, and let's create a plus. Then on this middle one, we're going to drag it up slightly to around 5 times, which is that dotted line in between. Let me show you what I mean. And you can probably hear just near the end of this audio, my voice got a little bit too pitchy, so I'm going to shift this keyframe up a little bit so it doesn't affect my voice. And there we go. That is exactly how you do that insanely cool transition. Great for intros, great to hook your audience and transition from talking on screen, wrap the camera around, and move on to your screen. Another example I made of this match cut transition is by using two clips that are completely unrelated. Check this out. In our first clip, we have people sitting in a field completely static. There's no camera movement. And in our second clip, we are above the clouds. And I want to make it seem like we are using a drone between these two clips, and we transition into the clouds. We're going to follow a very similar methodology. At that last frame, I'm going to go to those 3 lines and create a still frame. We'll call it first frame 1. Then at the first frame of our clouds, let's go ahead and create a still frame. With those 2 still frames, we're going to go back to Artlist. Now we could create a new session, but because we're doing a similar effect, I'm going to stay in the same session that we made for our first effect. Let's go ahead and delete our prompts and delete our images that we uploaded and upload those new images. Now, instead of going for ChatGPT to make the prompt, let's just write our own prompt in our own words. And I think it's going to create a really cool result. I want the camera clean mask transition. All right, with our prompt put in, let's go ahead and create this. Creating a seamless transition is as easy as that. Our camera moves up perfectly below the clouds, transitions through the clouds, and we end on that start frame of our second clip. But you don't just have to use AI to create some seamless transitions and perfect match cuts. The next ones I'm about to show you were all made in CapCut. Let me show you how I did it. The first thing I did is asked Artlist using Nano Banana Pro to generate a realistic image of the Eiffel Tower. Once that was done, I clicked on the image and I selected Edit, which then put the image as our reference. I then asked Artlist to generate an image for how an engineer would see this picture, make it technical. It then created this, which I downloaded to my computer. I brought both of those images directly into CapCut, and transitioning between them, this looks kind of stale. So let's add some really cool transitions. And I want to know from you, which transition is your favorite? The first transition I use is called Magnified Switch 4. I drag the transition between those 2 images and we get this insanely cool reveal effect to then expand open just like that. Another cool transition I found is called Cloth Parting. And when we play that, it is insane. The cloth is ripped away. And the last one is called Tear Off Reveal, where we play our clip, and then as the transition happens, it tears and the page opens. Now, a great way that you can enhance this effect is to go to your effects and search for an effect called Play Pendulum. You can simply drag that effect over your 2 clips, extend that effect a bit longer, decrease the strength, the twist, the speed, and sharpening to 0. Now, when we play that, there's some subtle motion in our image, and the transitions look slightly more unified because that motion stays consistent between them. You could also compound those 2 stills together and add a subtle zoom. Once again, that'll help the 2 clips feel unified together, increasing the effectiveness of your transition. The next way I've been using Artlist and AI to level up my content game is through my thumbnails. All of my recent thumbnails have been created through AI, and truly the results show. My videos are getting more click-through rate, which leads to more views, and my channel is growing faster than ever. Thank you for all the love. And honestly, creating these thumbnails is as easy as having a slight idea and using AI to generate that. The first thing I do is go to ChatGPT and ask it to create a Nano Banana Pro prompt based on the idea of my video. For my latest templates video, I wanted CapCut breaking through a jail cell because of how the new templates feature breaks the chains of slow manual editing. It's like we're busting out of a jail cell. I then copy that prompt directly from ChatGPT, go back to Artlist, and let's create a new session because we're now making a YouTube thumbnail. We're going to go to the image model, select Nano Banana Pro, and paste in our prompt. Let's go ahead and click generate. Because we selected that 3 image mode, we get 3 different 4K thumbnails with slight differences between them. This then enables you to test that YouTube test and compare feature, which selects the highest click-through rate thumbnail. A great way to quickly generate 3 different thumbnails. But the possibility and potential of your videos and your thumbnails is just starting here because of this next feature, and that's creating a strong hook. Now, if you don't know, creating a strong hook starts with having strong visual correlation between your thumbnail and the first few frames of your video. Now, top creators like Mr. Beast and Mark Rober do this all the time. They have a really visually appealing, fun, vibrant thumbnail that grabs your attention, and when you then hover over the thumbnail, the first few seconds of their video contains justification for what you're seeing in that thumbnail. They do this on almost every single video. And there's creators like me who are trying to emulate this because of how efficiently it works. For example, my most viewed video, which has over 1 million views, has a thumbnail in the first few seconds of the video that are very, very similar. On the left here, we have the thumbnail, and on the right here, we have the first few seconds of that video. So this proves that, again, having a thumbnail and a first couple seconds of your video that show a strong visual correlation really helps to improve the viewership of your video. Now, how do we do this inside of Artlist? Well, it's super easy. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this prompt right here. Let's go back to our generate video model. We're going to stay selected on Kling 2.6 Pro because this is going to give us audio capabilities. And then we're going to select start frame. And instead of uploading an image, because we made our thumbnails inside of Artlist, we can choose from your creations. It's got all of those creations that we've made. So now literally what we have to do is kind of assume which thumbnail we think is going to get the most views. I really like this one because the lock is big. Let's go ahead and select that one. It's going to input that there, and we can go back to ChatGPT and ask it for a prompt to generate an animated video from this image. Once Chat has made the prompt, go ahead and paste that into Artlist and let's click generate. With our video created, let's go ahead and click that and see what Artlist has made. That's really cool. Oh, that is so cool. Now all we have to do is select download, go back to CapCut, and drag and drop that downloaded video directly into the intro. Now I would reduce the sound a little bit because we have a voiceover. And now by combining two effects and in a matter of seconds, look at the type of intro that we've made. AI is completely changing the way us editors create content. And more importantly, content that actually works. Let me show you what I mean. By applying those two Artlist tricks, we have a really strong intro for our video. One, because it's visually correlated between the thumbnail and the first few seconds of our video, but also because we have that really cool intro transition. Combine those two effects together, and I promise you the success of your videos is going to be dramatically higher. It's pretty much a cheat code. But if all of that doesn't entice you to try AI and integrate it into your videos, maybe this will. Artlist has just released their image generation 1.0 model, and the results honestly speak for themselves. The crazy thing about this image 1.0 is it's trained exclusively, and for those of you who don't know, if we just tab out of here, Artlist has a massive stock catalog of music, SFX, footage, templates, etc. So it's not just the AI tools. What they've done is they've trained their AI model on this high quality stock footage, so every single image generation pretty much looks like something out of cinema. And it delivers photorealistic results with depth, the accurate color science, and dynamic range. I really wanted to test it out because I've just been using Nano Banana Pro, and what I asked it to do is generate an image of a man standing in a dense forest surrounded by trees. The results honestly speak for themselves. What's great as well is when you select Artlist Original 1.0, you then get an option down here to change it from commercial, indie, cinematic, professional, and all of them subtly change what that end output would look like. For this example, I chose cinematic. For this example, I chose professional. For this one, I chose indie. And for this last one, I chose commercial. But what I love is every single generation looks like something that was shot with a professional cinema camera. So when we take the same prompt and generate an image in ChatGPT, this image is all right. I mean, I'll give it that, but I think in terms of that depth, dynamic range, etc., when we compare it back to the Artlist versions, you'll see how much more cinematic and professional these Artlist 1.0 generations are. They really look like they were shot on a professional camera. This is just the start for Artlist AI tools and the potential for what you and I can create with a slight bit of creativity and some clever prompting. I can't wait to show you more applications for what we can do as editors in our videos, for how we can level up that content. But apply these three different things, those perfect match cuts, making thumbnails with AI, and then using those thumbnails to create visually intriguing intros for your videos, and I promise you will level up. Soon, Artlist will be releasing their Artlist Studio, which I'm told is designed to transform this entire experience into a true AI production studio, which gives us more control at every single step. So whether you're using Artlist to create YouTube thumbnails, YouTube intros, client work, cinematic work, this is just the start, and the AI toolkit is going to become revolutionary in the upcoming months. So check out Artlist for yourself.